Hello, it's me, debuting my wig. Um, I haven't gotten around to doing an update for chemo number 3 because it was the hardest time ever. I basically felt like 100% shit 90% of the time. It was just, everything was more intense. The nausea was constant, even with the pills pretty much. And I may not be you have so many pills to take. And to me, I don't want to take pills, right? Because God, I'm already having so much crap in my system. I don't want to keep filling it up with more crap, and nausea pills have side effects of their own. So I have been taking my nausea pills, but maybe not, the recommended like so many a day. I'll just maybe try to drink some tea or whatever, try to get over it. So anyways, the nausea was awful. I actually went to this little event in town, breast cancer related event. Knew I wasn't feeling well right away. Wasn't even there for like 15 minutes. All these nice ladies were talking to me. I had to run outside, try to get into the restroom, but it was one of those needed a key things. And so somebody ran in to get the key. I was feeling so bad. I had to like run around the corner and just puke my guts out everywhere. Like I'd only been there for 15 minutes and then I was like, peace out. Yeah, it really sucked. I haven't puked yet, and I haven't puked in public in a really, really long time. So definitely not one of my favorite moments of the past 3 weeks. It just the flu-like symptoms, were just so incredibly extreme this time. So many aches, like the worst aches, like the worst flu you've ever had. Just all of those symptoms lasted for 12 days straight. If I wasn't I was in bed most of that time. Like, thank goodness I don't have a 40-hour a week job. I was able to rest a lot, and I didn't brush my wig or anything. I was able to rest a lot and sub my classes out when I needed to more, and it was just terrible. And I still feel terrible. I haven't like woken up being like, I feel, yeah, it just hasn't happened. I have good moments, I have good hours, but definitely been eating the pain pills because that's really the only way I can function, get my mind off of the pain of what's going on in my body so that I can perform my job and live my life and run errands. And it's just been really depressing because time has been ticking by like molasses, and I never really reached that point of feeling well again, and now I'm going to have to go in on Monday to get my fourth treatment, and it's just going to start all over again. And I feel like I didn't get to a point of health again like I did the last couple of times, so I'm afraid that this one is going to hit me even harder. It's just the worst thing, the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. It's really difficult. I've got, I had all the symptoms this time. I had, highs, but they didn't stay too long. I had some mouth sores, but they didn't stay too long, which is good. Most of it was just like really extreme nausea and bone pain, and the flu symptoms like diarrhea, nausea, severe like aches and chills. Not to mention the fact that I'm having hot flashes because the chemo suppresses your ovaries. So like I'm in menopause, I will have these extreme hot flashes. Like all of a sudden I'm in 150-degree dry sauna and I just cannot get cool. I just break out into this full body sweat. And then when it's over, because I'm wet, I get really fucking cold. Sorry about the F-bomb. Yeah, there's just nothing fun about it. So it's difficult to sleep because of the hot flashes. And after this, after the chemo's done, I'm supposed to do 6 weeks of radiation once a day, every day for 6 weeks. And then after that, I'm supposed to do 10 years of hormone therapy, which is going to put me into early menopause. So I don't want to do that. I'm actually going to try to not do that and manage my hormone levels with diet. Been reading there's so many foods that turn to estrogen in our bodies. Like my particular cancer likes estrogen, it likes progesterone. And that's why they want to put me on those suppressors so that I can be like a testosterone freak, yay. Anywho, there's so many other foods other than soy. Everybody knows that soy is bad for people whose bodies do not respond well to estrogen, but there's so many other foods as well, like chickpeas and pumpkin seeds, like pepitas and kale, and like surprisingly a lot of the super healthy stuff that I eat all the time turns to estrogen in your body. So I would have to go on a really strict diet after this to kind of try to maintain, and then reach out to, you know, all of my holistic peeps, my naturopaths, to see how I can, you know, see what herbs and stuff like that I can take. And if anybody knows any of that about that, please send the information my way. But the doctors try to convince you to do the Western medicine solution, whatever that is. And they are really convincing when they sit there and tell you, look at all this research, you know, and that's why you should do chemo. And that's why you need hormone therapy, because you don't want to take the chance, right? If there's a, you know, 70% chance you'll live, or an 80% chance you won't have a reoccurrence after this, you want to take that, right? So you better do the hormone therapy and go into menopause at 38 years old. I just don't want to do that. So I don't know. I'm going to try to find alternative solutions. Did I mention neuropathy in my fingertips? I don't know if that goes away, the numbness in your fingertips. I'm going to have to ask my doctor about that this time. Yeah, that just started this time. I really haven't worn this out too much. I haven't brushed or anything, but it kind of looks all right. I kind of feel normal when I wear it, but I don't teach in it or anything. I haven't, actually haven't taught in my bald ass head yet. And I don't know if I'm going to, because I feel like I kind of freak people out with my bald head. And I'm not like, because I've gained some weight, I feel like a chubster. And, you know, because my eyes are so puffy all the time, I just feel like I'm certainly not at my best looking. And it's, which is fine. But, you know, the bald head and the additional things just doesn't equal confidence, especially when I'm teaching and stuff like that. So, and, you know, as supportive and wonderful as everyone has been, it's like, you know, you get those eyes, and I get it. I'm the same way, and I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the empathy. I really, really do. It's important, and it makes a big difference when, you know, when that person can connect to you immediately because they've been through it, or they know somebody who's going through it, and they have, you know, sweet words to offer, and supportive things to say, and it all, you know, I never get sick of hearing it. I never get sick of, you know, if one more person asks me how I am, like, no, I really do appreciate it all. I'm having such a terrible time right now, so any sort of love and support from everybody is like really nice. Anyway, yeah, going in on Monday for my 4th treatment. I've heard from several other people that the 3rd treatment for them was really bad. So, this other incredibly weird symptom is that I cry constantly, and not like emotionally cry, but my tear ducts release saline constantly. I am constantly like, I mean, just out of blue, I'll just be like doing anything and just like bloop, bloop, 15,000 times a day. I'm surprised it hasn't happened so far. And like once I was just like kind of pressing around my eye, and it was like bloop. I don't know what that's all about, but it's very strange because, you know, you're in the supermarket checking out, or you're just talking to a person, and you know, it comes down and you're like, oh, I'm not crying. It's just weird symptoms. So many weird symptoms. I don't think I have any tips. I was eating meat. I'm not anymore. This is my second video. The first one was bad, so I can't remember if I said it in the other one. My blood counts were really low in the other, when I took my last labs. So I thought that eating meat would help it out, just getting some nutrients. But then it didn't, because when I took labs again, it was even lower. So my blood counts were, my hemoglobin and red blood cells were even lower. My white blood cells were okay. And my liver, creatine, the really bad stuff you don't want high levels of in your liver, is high. It's really high. So I don't know. I've been drinking some good for you teas. I mean, I'm trying to, drink tea that's supposed to cleanse your liver, and I've got a smoothie right here with all sorts of crap in it. So, yeah, I'll survive. Just gotta get through it. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Talk to you later.